Hello my Pixel people, I am Pixel and welcome to another episode of First Boot. In this episode we are looking at a game called The Swapper. And The Swapper is basically a 2D side-scrolling puzzle game with some Metroidvania style progression. And so far from what I've seen of it, it's looking very promising. There was a gameplay video up on the channel a couple of days ago, and right now we're just going to have a quick look through it. And first off, I'm going to turn off Steam Friends. I don't want people talking to me. And yeah, as you can see, doesn't my Steam look sexy? New skin. I'll do a video on that soon. Anyway, so first off, we're going to start off on the options menu, and I can tell you straight away, guys, it's not exactly full featured. You've got your volume, your mouse sensitivity, subtitles full screen, you can have VSync, your resolution, your particle quality, depth of field, and bloom and light shafts. So overall, it's not too bad, but by no means is it perfect. From what I've seen so far, the game runs at a very stable FPS, so it's not much of an issue. I do believe it will run quite smoothly on most, if not all, systems, but it's something I just thought I'd let you know, and you can change the input bindings as well. And what we're going to do is we're going to start a new game, just because it goes through a bit of a tutorial, which means I'll be able to explain what's going on as we are introduced to it in game. So, start a new game. I will let you watch the cutscenes. Space, the final frontier. I'm joking. Sorry. Captain's log, Stargate. I'm sorry. That does look like a tin can, doesn't it? We're going to get a good landing. Yeah. No. Okay, so one thing that I've heard about this game, I haven't confirmed it, which is kind of bad on my point. I maybe should have done, but that the game was actually modeled using clay. I think the tin can kind of shows that, if it is indeed true, but I can't say for certain. But if it has, they have done a magnificent job. You know, overall, I mean, the graphics do, I don't know, they look really nice. They're sharp, distinctive, and we'll talk more about that when we get into the actual, more densely populated areas. So, as you can see, I move around with W, A, S, and D. W is my jump, and I look around with the mouse, and you can see where you're looking because you've got the little dots, and at the same time you've got the flashlight as well. I mean, straight off the bat, one of the things that it really does remind me of is actually, surprisingly, Limbo. I think it's just the idea of it being 2D and quite silent.
Now entering Theseus Excavation Site 24 on planet Cori 5. All off-world transport via home teleport at base of installation. All finds property of the Sisyphus project.
So we can hold Q to display the map, which again is very Metroidvania style. As you can see, the doors that you've unexplored and where you are now. And we've got a mysterious device down here, which we'll run towards. Okay, and this is the Swapper device. This allows me to create clones of myself. The clones react identically to how you react. So as you can see, if I jump, we all jump. If I run this way, so if we all want to get up here, we'd have to jump multiple times. And if we crash into each other, the clone dies. It gives it some like really strong tactical feel at some points, because it might not be as simple as just putting something. You need to be thinking about, can I move left here, or is my clone going to fall off something? So we'll stick him on the pressure plate and walk through this door. Okay, so as you can see, we've got this here. But if I put him here, and what you can see is perfect. I think one thing that I really did not expect when I first started playing this game is... One sec. There we go. Is that it? Oops. Yeah, I messed that up. Come on, hold on here. Starting that again. I'm a noob. I really didn't expect them to be able to capture the isolation of space as well as they have. It feels really kind of lonely in a strange way. These little devices here are your audio logs. Well, I say audio logs, well they are actually logs. You have got to read them yourself. They're not actually voiced. And this is where you get most of the story. I've read a few of them. I do find myself just skipping through, to be honest, and that might be a big travesty, but...
Broadcast location, Mine Science Laboratory, Space Station Theseus.
What you're telling me isn't possible. Tell me who I just ejected into space.
This radio chatter isn't as frequent as it seems at the beginning. It does happen every now and again, and it's really strange because it just gives you this feeling that even though you're very alone, it feels like people are doing things in parallel to you, yet you don't really meet. So yeah, what I just picked up there was the ability to teleport. So now I can make a clone, then if I click, I can switch to that clone. Which is cool if I need to get up some high places or across something which is quite far. And as you can see, the actual range is pretty decent, to be honest. So I can make that over there, right? Oops, and because I went through the light, it disappeared. So this is where it introduces the lights. So clones cannot be created inside of a blue light. So there's no way I can create, like I can create here. As soon as it gets into the blue, not a chance. So how would I do that? Well, this button here will turn off part of the blue light. Which means I can create here, teleport to, and drop. And I messed up because I fell too high, so there we go. That's much better. And the red ones block the ability to swap, so I can create stuff in here, but I cannot swap to it. Which is interesting. What do I have to do here? I can't exactly remember. Maybe if I... Yeah, if I create here, then walk. There we go. Obviously the puzzles get a lot more complicated as you go through the game. I need a security orb. I have been planetside for weeks. I cannot get clearance back to Theseus. Help me out. Kim, I can't. I want to see my husband as much as you do yours. So Sam's a girl then. This is a button which opens the door.
The ship I came here in is fried. I have a rescue team on the way. They'll be here in a day's time. Why not? There must be something we can do.
The story aspects are interesting to say the least. I've actually played a couple of hours, like I say a couple of hours, probably about an hour into this, and nothing really gets explained, but you feel like you're not understanding exactly what's going on, but you definitely feel interested in how it's going on. If that makes any sense at all, which it probably doesn't, but I'm trying my best, guys. So this is dig site B. which I haven't figured a way through this yet. And if I look on the map, there's no door there, so we've got long distance teleport machine, a console where we need 1 out of 1 orb, and an unexplored hatch. So this is where we get onto the Metroidvania elements. So you can see there's a number 1 on this. I actually need 1 encryption orb to be able to access this teleporter. And because there's actually a hatch here, which means there's a good chance there's an orb here. Which means they have to actually just do a very simple puzzle.
I won't do it.
So, it seems simple enough. If I stick that here, run this way. And when you actually get the orbs, the puzzle shuts down and the lights turn off, which makes it easier. And now we can afford this. So if we use this, we get the teleporter. It kind of looks like a Stargate teleporter in many respects. And this will take us somewhere else. Oops. I think I broke it. Is there anything hidden? I always like to check around because of the long distance swapping ability. You never know if there's going to be something hiding miles away. Okay, so this is another interesting aspect. These stones, which apparently have sentient life. Yep, rocks have feelings too, you know. Hello. You can't interact with them, but when you walk past them, you get this little fuzzy text, which basically speaks to you in many respects. And it's quite cool. So is there anything up here? I can see a teleporter. I can hear something. Call up an elevator. Yeah, there's no way there. I don't want to fall too high, so let's yep. Sorry. Sorry. Oh. The guy's leg caught it. Are we going to crush him now? It's going to be gruesome. It's going to be gruesome, isn't it? Crunch. So again, one of these stones. The limits of language are the limits of knowledge. Our name was not to their knowledge. They thought of us as watchers. So does that mean that they're not watchers? Are they actually sentient? Are they thinking? Really makes sense. Another very basic puzzle showing that you can hold S to drag blocks, which means that I can jump up, because this is all blue light, so I can't actually create clones in here. Nice and simple.
Off-site quarantine procedures engaged.
I'm in quarantine. So as you can see, the graphical style of the levels, it doesn't change massively, but it definitely evolves the more you play. And you get some really kind of interesting places where it's a lot brighter in some areas, as you can see. Okay, so I can get to here, right? Yep, I can. Then I can create this here. Now if I run, I can swap inside the blue, so I can do this, right, and then swap. Boom! Like a mouse. Okay. See, I personally, I don't feel the game needs them little logs. I like the Watcher Stones. I think they're a really cool idea. And I like the talking, which happens with the female voice that we can hear. But I don't know. I kind of think the logs are just unneeded, to be honest. Right, so what do these buttons do? I can't actually remember, to be honest. Alright, so he's trapped now, so I can switch this to the other side, which I'm assuming will open the other door, which will then get rid of this red light and allow me to teleport. I know I've played it before, but it's one of those games, you know, like the puzzles are just so small and random that you actually forget how most of them play out. Another Watcher Stone. The world is the limit of thought. The limit of thought is a chain of hearers like me. I cannot speak if they cannot listen. What is were? How is were? Does were tick? We only know of the minds in our chain. You choose your chain in a dimension we do not know. I don't know. It confuses me. But it's cool nevertheless. It's just a little area with these stones. I don't think we can do anything in here. So you're getting the idea of what actually Swap is all about. And let's turn off the quarantine. Continue on our journey. But I don't know what it...
Hull breach in Sector 1. Emergency personnel to waste management.
I don't exactly know what it is, but the game really seems to just draw you in. I mean, it's probably hard to see when you're watching somebody else play it, but it's so simple, and I'm kind of breaking the effect by talking so much, but it's so quiet. At the same time as being lonely, it is almost peaceful. I don't know, I just really think it's a really cool concept, and I think whoever's developed this has done a brilliant job. Oh, sorry mate. So you can go to the gardens, or you can go to a greenhouse. I reckon we go to the gardens first. Oh, see look, we've got somebody else. You do come across other people every now and again, but you don't really get to directly interact with them so far, from what I've seen. So now we're into the gardens. As you can see, it's a lot greener. I am the only one that believes in another dimension. I call it space. One moves through space. Yes? How? Stop trying to twist my brain. So we can go up there, which I assume will do a bit of dual swap. Coolio. Now what do we have here? Oh, I remember this puzzle. This is actually a really fun puzzle. I did it first time on my first attempt, so I'll hopefully do it first time here. But what happens is I press this button, this starts to rise, but one starts to fall here. So you need to like kind of catch it. Like, you need to swap into the middle when you've got opportunity. So let's try that now. Okay, so we swap. Wait till the last second. And then we just need to wait a little bit. Come on, one more. I've got to be careful because I can only make 4 clones at once. I need to wait for them to die at the bottom before I actually teleport again. Otherwise, I'm going to be in troubles. Okay, can we fit? Can we fit? Oh yes! Like a boss. And like I said, every time you get the orb, the map completes, so you can just teleport straight through. Suicide! Yeah, I managed it. I was wondering if I messed up then. Again, another cool puzzle. Up to the top. Catch as he drops. And then take your time. Bang. And then back up. The slow motion is actually really cool. Alright, so it's not faded away yet. Fade. Okay. We'll play a little bit more. I think you're getting the basic idea of what this game is all about. Because it's not much more complicated than what you're actually seeing here. But the actual feel of the game is great. The sound is great. The graphics are great. The creation of the puzzles and the way that they're actually laid out, I've actually found really fun. I'll be honest, I find it a little bit on the easy side up until now, but I have been watching it get more and more complicated, which is a good thing really, because it just means that eventually I will hit puzzles which I will probably struggle with. And heck, what's to say I'm not just amazing at puzzle games? It's a possibility, right? So I can't remember all this. I don't know if I can remember this. So if I walk here, alright, so I can't do anything in there. So, oh, can I? No. So how am I going to do this? So if I do that there, and walk forward. Ah, but if I keep control of that and walk forward. Okay, I've got this. Simples. I made this look easy. We'll do a couple more puzzles, guys, because a little bits and bats that I want to show you, but none of it is really that important, to be honest. But it'd be cool to be able to reach there. Okay, so that does that, which means I can create that there. Okay. Too easy, too easy. So I don't want to spoil too much for you guys. That's the problem with a very linear puzzle game like this, is once you've seen the puzzle done, if you remember it, then GG. Have I got enough for this? I have. Okay, so these are... you've got these basically in Portal. The little tubes which take you places. What's down here? Is there anything down here? Oh. Oh. I've actually never been there before. I don't believe I went down there my first attempt. It's got me interested now, though. Come on, what's over here? This looks really dark and sinister. Hello? Hello? Huh. Nothing, so I must have to climb up, right? Ah, there we go. Alright, so this is the first meeting.
How did you get back here? Why are you following me? Look, it's too late now to apologize. Just let me go.
See, nothing gets answered, guys. It just leaves you thinking. I'm not saying it doesn't get answered later on in the game, but I mean, early on, you just left wondering, like, what is that? So what I'm waiting for now is to be able to quickly create this. And then because there's a rock here, I can just literally jump and open the door. Why does the other mind scream inside? I swear it's probably a song of some sort. Why does the other mind scream
Please
inside?
respect other crew members in the communal areas by keeping noise to a reasonable level.
Yes, sir. So we've got mini teleporters, something that it introduces about now. So I can't swap, but I can create. So then I assume that if I transfer to this, walk in this direction. Ah, no, but there's a light, so I can't. So this might have to be a fast one. Maybe that's just to make sure I don't fail it. Okay. Oh, easy. I overcomplicated that idea, didn't I? Massively.
You're still here. I suppose it's answers you want.
We all want
everybody
answers.
wants answers, and I don't have any. They do.
Anyway guys, that's what I'm going to call it the end of the first boot look at Swapper. And yes, I would definitely recommend that you go out and get this game. It's really fun. It is a 2D side-scrolling puzzle platformer with Metroidvania aspects and a pretty nifty mechanic for swapping basically. So yeah, don't forget to slap that subscribe button for some more PC gaming goodness and to like the video if you like the video. I have been the Pixel Monster, i.e. IAmPixel. I can't believe I just said that. Anyway guys, catch you later. Bye bye.